Hello there, Rowan from Luminous Minds here. Today I'm diving into a stereotypical topic for therapists, deep breathing. Before you roll your eyes and move on, give me a couple minutes to present what deep breathing can really mean. Many of us have been told to get over it or take a few deep breaths before, and probably a lot of us have made similar statements to others. It can sound very dismissive, uninterested. When used with intention and understanding, breathing isn't about brushing off our feelings, letting it go, or getting over it. It's about helping our brain and our body work together to calm down. Let's have a story. I was meeting with a new client for the first time. I asked what had brought them to counseling, and they began describing one painful experience, then another and another, like they needed to get it all out. As they spoke, I watched their shoulders rise, their hands tighten into fists, and their voice grew louder and faster and more pressured. When they finished, they looked at me and said, "And don't tell me to take deep breaths and get over it." I paused, and then I stated that I noticed they seemed very agitated. I asked them what led them to think that I was going to say that to them. They explained that they'd been told this lots of times, including by a previous therapist. So we backed up a little bit, agreeing being told to get over it repeatedly was offensive and dismissive. Since it had happened before, they were probably very reluctant to hear me say anything about breathing. And I could see how tense and upset they were right then, their shoulders, their clenched fists. And I wanted, if they were okay with it, to help them feel a little calmer and in control as we continued our discussion. And one of the easiest ways I knew to do that was a breathing technique. We'll come back to the client in a minute, but let me show you the exercise we practiced. If you can, find a quiet, comfortable place to sit and follow along. Now, take a moment and notice any anxiety, agitation, upset that you feel. Let's take a slow, deep breath in and exhale through the mouth like you're breathing through a straw. No need to count or force it. Just notice when your lungs are full and when they're empty again. Keep doing that for a minute or two while I explain a little bit of the science of what's going on here. When we are threatened, we feel anxious, we feel scared. Our body activates the sympathetic nervous response, what a lot of people call the fight or flight mode. Our breathing, our heart rate, our blood pressure increase to get us ready to deal with danger. Our muscles get tense, and this is a great thing. If an angry bear burst into the office right now, I wouldn't need to think creatively or critically. I would need energy so that I could beat up that bear, hide under this desk, or leap out that window. And that's all I'd need. That's survival, and it's great when we're in danger. But our brains aren't always great at distinguishing between physical danger and emotional vulnerability and pain. Talking about painful experiences can feel like standing in front of that bear. And our bodies react the same way. Tense muscles, fast heartbeat, shallow breaths. It's exhausting. And that's where intentional breathing comes in. Thinking, slow down, heart, or relax, blood vessels, isn't going to work well. When we slow down and deepen our breathing, our heart rate and our blood pressure will slow down to match. The parasympathetic nervous response, what some people call rest and restore mode, kicks in. The parts of our brain that help with logic, creativity, and communication warm back up. How do you feel now, having taken a couple of slow, intentional breaths? A little bit calmer, a little more relaxed? That's exactly the point. That's what the client said. And we were able to move forward and talk about what they hope to accomplish in therapy together. Intentional breathing isn't limited to therapy. It's used by people everywhere. Breathing practices, in fact, are a central part of a lot of activities. Yes, in the world of behavioral and mental health, breathing practices can help to work on anxiety, stress, help us to improve sleep, manage chronic pain. Breathing practices are used to help people focus for meditation, studying, complex thinking tasks, deep focus or sustained mental effort. People engage breathing practices in order to do public speaking or give presentations, sing, play musical instruments, dance. Breathing practices are taught to help manage the pain and maintain composure and maximize physical effort during childbirth. Athletes do a lot of breath work. One of my favorite Olympic sports to watch is the biathlon, which involves big movements, maximum heart rate breathing to cross-country ski, followed by immediately transitioning to slow, controlled breathing and a still state in order to make fine motor movements, shoot the rifle, and hit the target. So when you notice that you feel anxious, scared, agitated, and you take a few slow, intentional breaths, you're not erasing your feelings. You're helping your body shift from one mode into another. If you want to keep trying this for yourself, when you notice tension or overwhelm, pause for a moment. Take one slow breath in and out. And notice what changes. Do your shoulders drop? Does your heart start to slow down a little bit? Deep breathing isn't a magic bullet to solve all our problems, and it's certainly not about getting over it. It's about getting through it. One breath at a time. When you need to, take some deep breaths and then get back to it, because there's a lot of life waiting out there. What helps you calm your body and mind when you're feeling overwhelmed? Please feel free to share below in the comments. If you appreciated this video, please like. Feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Or you can follow along on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And if you're in Michigan or Indiana and you're looking for therapy, feel free to come learn more about me and my practice at luminousmindsllc.com. Thanks for spending this time together. And until next time, please take care of you.